Hi and good morning. It's nickstruan here from Advanced Skills Training in Cebu. Yeah, I just thought I would talk to you this morning about some more tips and things for you to learn English faster. Right? Everybody wants to learn English faster, and I'm sure you are no exception. Okay, but reality is that learning English is a matter of repetition. Okay, so we talk about total immersion. Now, what is total immersion? Well, if you have a bucket of water and you can fit yourself right into the bucket of water, under the water, you are now totally immersed, right? And when we talk about total immersed, that means, in an English concept, is that you are actually totally surrounded by English, okay? So therefore, the fastest way you can learn English is, of course, to go to an English-speaking country where everything is in English, yeah? And, television and radio, and every time you stick your head outside the door, it's all happening in English, right? You go to the shops and the bank and, post office, everything is in English, right? So that's called total immersion. Now, sometimes it's not practical for you to actually go to an English-speaking country, of course. So what can we do? What can we do to actually, create the same environment for you? And we do this by, having everything in English, yeah? If you are involved in translating and using dictionaries and all this sort of stuff, it slows you down. Why? Because your mind is actually departed in two. One is your native language and one is the language you are trying to learn. And you are forever going from one language to another. I remember when I came to Australia from Denmark. In Denmark we speak Danish, you may know that. But when I came to Australia, then of course I suddenly had a problem there because even though I learned actually English in school, right? But it was the Queen's English, as we call it, and that's a very proper way of speaking British, right? Whenever you listen to the Queen, she is speaking the absolute proper English way. And that got nothing to do with colloquial language, which is localized language that most of us speak, both in England, America, and in Australia. In England, of course, ooh is like pronounced a lot different than it is in America and in Australia. In England, they would say subway, right? And under, and umbrella. Whereas in America and Australia, it is under and subway and umbrella, right? So, but get used to hearing different ways of the same sounds, if you like, different tones, tonation comes into it here, different tones. Though the language and the most of the letters and the sounds are the same, they're just pronounced a little bit different, okay? So remember this, that when you are talking about learning a language, it's a matter of learning it as much as possible because repetition is the key, repetition. Right? That's how we learn. We learn by repetition. Little babies in Australia and England and America and other English-speaking nations, of course, are learning by sounds, not by text. Remember, sound came before text. Yeah? So we are learning the sounds, and they hear dad and mom and that many times all the time. That's why that you will hear the baby's first words as perhaps dada and mama, right? Yeah? When they get older, your most listened to word is no, right? No, don't do that. No, you can't do that. No. As a fact, they have done studies on this, and a child is hearing no 485 times every day, right? And no wonder, so when they grow up, they suddenly are not, feeling comfortable about doing something because they hear this programming, right, from the parents about no, 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 okay? So every time the child gets a thought, how about I do this? No. What if I do? No. Yeah, but if I, no. Okay? So this is a subject for a different video, but just understand that if you feel like you can never get yourself to do anything, that is the reason. And I can show you that and teach you that at Advanced Skills Training. Okay? But to learn language again, fast is simple in that sense that I will surround you with the English language. And of course, you need to help yourself also. So what does that mean, surround yourself? That means listen to English songs, right? Watch English movies. The more you can do that, let's say from morning to night, reading. There was a man in Hong Kong, one of the richest men in Hong Kong. He taught himself English simply by reading to himself in front of a mirror, right? Many superstars does this, not just English, but if they're producing a movie, that's how they remember the movie, right? The script of the movie. They remember it simply by acting in front of the mirror, right? Why? And you can do this so easy by reading from an actual page in a book. I suggest normally that you get a book that you are really, really interested in, because if you are going to learn English, why not learn in something that you really enjoy reading about, okay? So, or watching movies that you like to see, or listening to pop songs or any kind of songs that you are likely to feel, energized by. For me, it's, all the programs, the talent shows that, America Got Talent and that sort of thing. It really, really fires me up, because I'm looking at younger people there that has such a great future, right? Because there's 9-year-olds or even younger than that, but say that comes up there and sing like they're 25 or 30 or 40, right? And you're thinking, where does all this come from? Have you ever wondered that? Have you ever watched those shows and then seen a little kid singing like a superstar, and you're thinking, they come up on the stage and they're so inadequate, they're so shy and they're so nervous, but when they start, it's like a switch, bang, and then suddenly they're in a different zone and they just produce this wow. Right? Now, this is what I can teach you at Advanced Skill Training that you will not learn many other places, okay? To switch internally, inside, to become a fluent speaker of the English language, fast, right? It's not that it's a secret or anything like that. It's just that I have practiced this for the last 40 years, and I know exactly how I can help you. So, is there a difference between a new teacher? Of course there is. There's difference between a new teacher and someone who has been around this English-speaking world for many years like I have. My native language is Danish. And of course, coming to Australia in 1976 made me having to learn the English language fast, because I had to live from it, okay? So just understand this, that it is sometimes you get what you pay for, okay? You want the best. I'm sorry, it's not cheap, okay? But you also save a lot of time, and you get to know about what you want to know about a lot faster with a lot of extra benefits, okay? So let me just finish this video by giving you a little hint here, right? One of the things is that when you are learning English, please start teaching it to someone else. And you might think, oh, that's putting the cart in front of the horse, okay? But that's not so, because every time you try to teach something to others, you become better. Because you don't want to be bad. You want to be the best, and you want to deliver the best message, like I am wanting to really excel and deliver the best message to you by teaching it. You become the same way, and you open up a whole new world of you getting some information and feedbacks that really helps you pronounce the words properly and get your sentence structures and your grammar correct, okay? Now, sometimes I can be perhaps excused for being a bit slack in that area. Again, English is not my native language, but I have tried very hard, like I'm sure you do, to become the best at what I can be. And I'm still learning. So by teaching it to other people, you really put yourself in a situation where you will try your very best, okay? So, I don't suggest you go and start making money from it before you reach a certain level, but I do suggest that you start helping people around you. People who do not speak English. Maybe you have nieces and nephews and daughters and sons or whatever you have that could use a helping hand. And if you can do 5 words in English, you can teach up to that. You can teach up to your own level, right? Especially if that person only knows 3 words, right? You are way ahead of the game here, okay? And if you can understand what I'm telling you now, then you have an opportunity to be able to help most people to a certain level, okay? So if you can read it and write it also, well, you are really in a good position. So start doing it. Go to your family members or go to your friends and say, look, I would love to help you, because you will benefit much more than them, okay? Remember that. What you give is what you get, okay? And no, that may sound a little bit selfish in that sense, that you are hoping that you will get more results than you are giving them. It's not true that way. For them, it's an immense help that they don't have to pay someone to actually help them. And they have someone to practice with, okay? But that's how it is. If you want to be good, don't try to sit at home and just be scribbling and reading dictionaries and all that silly thing. Get out and experience life. Have fun, Teach someone, have fun. That commitment of saying, look, I will come and teach your daughter from 6 o'clock in the evening to 7 o'clock in the evening, and I will be there 3 times a week. That is another discipline that you are learning for yourself, okay? So give, and then receive. And then give again, and then receive. That's how the world works. Okay? So, this is nickstruan, and I hope you enjoyed this. And if you have any questions, I'm an open book. You can just send me an email, or there's probably a link below here that you can get me at. And we can talk, and we can maybe we can have a Skype session or a Zoom session. Absolutely free. I'm there. I want to help you. I want to make you the best that you can be. So, thanks for listening, and have a good day. Bye for now.